Hello, everyone. I'm Mrs. Bearden. I'm a librarian at St. Tammany Parish Schools. So glad you could join me today. Today, we're going to read the story called The Most Magnificent Thing. Before we start reading, though, I wanted to know what inference you could make by looking at the title, The Most Magnificent Thing, and the picture of the little girl on the cover. Any thoughts on what you think you see? You think she's cleaning something up? Maybe she is taking it to the dump. Okay, and her dog is helping her. What else could you infer about this picture? You're right. She has something in her hand. Do you think they're plans? Oh, that's a big word. Maybe she's an architect. All right. An engineer. Okay, some of you may know what an engineer is. If you don't, you know that engineers make and build and create solutions for things. Right. Well, let's see what Ashley Spires, the author, wrote in the story called The Most Magnificent Thing. But one more thing, before we read it, I want you to think about that big word right here called magnificent. What do you think it means? That's right. Very good. It means awesome, or it might mean something that's very impressive or wonderful. Great answers. Well, let's get started. The Most Magnificent Thing. Written and illustrated by Ashley Spires. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. And one day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. See her drawing on the paper? She knows just how it will work. See her planning on the chart? All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. I love who her assistant is. Her trusty dog. Next, they gather their supplies and they set up somewhere out of the way and they get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. Sounds just like my puppy. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. Have you ever made something and didn't like it and you wanted to remake it again? It's exactly what she's doing. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tags and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. What do you call it when somebody keeps trying over and over and over? Perseverance. She isn't giving up. That's good. Perseverance. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. And she adds antennas. Look at that. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Look how many she tried to make. That's a lot of perseverance. And she still hasn't found just the right one yet. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing she has in her mind. And she gets mad. Look at her. When she got mad, why do you think she got mad? Was she mad at these people? No, she's mad because she's frustrated. She can't seem to create that magnificent thing that's in her head. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. I think she's getting even more frustrated. Oh no, crunch! Ouch, look at her finger. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first. See them going down the street? And then the puppy sees another dog. And then you see her hand close to her head. She's thinking. But before long, she starts to feel a little different. Well, here they are at the bakery. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. Have you ever gone on a walk to clear your mind? Either with your puppy or just a family member, a friend. Just walk down the street just to clear your head? This might have done her some good. Let's see. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. And then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. This man's speech bubble says, "This is the perfect thing to ward off bears." And this lady says, "This'll stop that leak." And the little boy says, "This one's all wet." The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. Notice he's gone to sleep. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. Well, thank you for watching today as we read The Most Magnificent Thing. And now that we're done, I have an activity for you. I want you to think of something that is magnificent to you. It could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be something that's actually happened to you. I want you to draw a picture of that magnificent thing or that magnificent event or that magnificent person. When you're done drawing the picture, next to it or on the back of it, write a description as to why this is magnificent to you. I'd love to see what you have to say, so please share it with me. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, you can see more of them on STPPS TV or on our website at stpsb.org. Keep learning and keep reading. And now a message from Burrow. Burrow says, keep learning and keep reading.